Hey, my kinetic athletes, Morrell Scott here to talk you through today's at-home workout. We have a two-parter today with the strength and a workout portion or Metcon portion. So let's get started with the warm-up. What we're starting with, 2 rounds of these 4 movements. First, you're starting with the 200-meter run. Again, you can use your phone to help you mark that out or use any type of device. Really just run for a little bit, probably about a minute will do you just fine. Just trying to get our heart rate elevated, not any sprint or anything like that. Moving up next, we're gonna go into 10 reps of this complex, which is 2 lunges, so alternating forward lunges. Your back knee is hitting the ground each time, paired with 1 squat. So 2 lunges, 1 squat, 10 reps. After that, with your dumbbells, you can do 10 RDLs. So slight bend in the knee, still trying to keep my chest up high, looking straight ahead, just sending my butt straight back. So once you bend your knees for that slight bend in the knee, all hip hinge from there on out. And then finally, inchworms. This gives you a good opportunity to warm up your shoulders. You can grab a push-up at the very bottom of it. As you're walking your hands back, I want you to try and keep your legs as straight as possible to help stretch out those hamstrings. Just 5 reps there. Next up, we're going to be talking about the strength portion. So today we're going to have 4 by 10 back squats. Now I know not everyone is going to have access to a barbell or a squat rack in order to do this. If you do, that's fantastic. You can do it as prescribed. But if we do not, what we're going to be aiming for is to use some type of weighted object. So maybe that's a backpack that we can fill with some books to weight up enough. Maybe you have sandbags lying around the house. But ideally what we want to create here is some resistance for you to squat with. So I do want some weight here. We'll be doing more unweighted squats in the workout. But for this particular portion, 10 reps of a weighted squat, you're doing that for 4 sets. In between each of these sets, I want you to take probably about 2 minutes rest in between each one, and then we'll move on to the workout. So for today's workout, we're starting with a buy-in of 100 air squats. That's just an unweighted squat. Your feet are about shoulder width distance apart. From there, sending your butt back, bending at the knee to get to a full depth squat. Still trying to focus like we were in our back squat, keeping our chest nice and upright, our core's tight, we're tracking our knees out over our toes as we do it. After your buy-in of 100 air squats, we're gonna move in next to 5 rounds of 8 heavy ground to shoulder. So let's say in your squats, you used a heavy sandbag. I want you to use that similar sandbag for your ground to shoulder. If you're at a gym or you have it, something like a D-ball would be helpful here. Heavy is going to be different for everyone. Ideally, it should be at a weight where you shouldn't have a question about picking it up at any point. So very quick reps there. All you're gonna have that is on the object on the ground, getting your hands underneath it, popping it up just to the shoulder and throwing it back down. So really making sure to keep our chest upright or back flat as we're hinging over to pick it up, exploding through our hips to get it to the shoulder. After those 8 reps, you're gonna have 10 burpees over that object. So chest and hips are hitting the ground. You will jump up and over that object, ideally with both feet at the same time. If jumping over the object is something that is a little uncomfortable, what we can do is just jump behind it. So you're actually not having to worry about landing on your object. Now, if jumping in general is not on the menu, let's just try and step over that object. So after your 5 rounds of 8 heavy ground to shoulder and 10 burpees over your object, you're gonna have a 400-meter buyout. So at this point, it's the end of the workout. It should be a sprint. You're doubling whatever distance you did in the warm-up, and that'll be it. And that's the end of the workout for today. So as always, let me know how you did. Let me know any questions you have, any concerns down in the comments section below. You can also email me at morrell@kineticcorporatewellness.com.